or they're thinking about getting one. I assume everyone falls into either one of those categories. So first of all, definition, what is a GISP? The official definition is a GISP is a certificate of geographic information systems professional who has met the minimum standards for ethical conduct. Mistake number one. Since it started in 2004, there's currently 4,668 total GISPs internationally, and of that, 479 are in Florida. There's three main components to getting your GISP, and these include education, experience, and contributions. There is requirements in each of these fields that are calculated by a point system, and a total number of points that's needed overall. And here's the breakdown for you. You need a minimum of 30 points in your education, 60 for your experience, and 8 for your contributions. You're also going to need 52 extra points there, and those are going to add up to give you a total of 150 points. So how do you get that? First of all, educational credits. There are several ways to get these. These can be obtained from your degree. It can also be obtained from that and a combination of different classes you've taken or different workshops that you might have been involved in. And here's some examples of some local workshops that many of you may have attended or gone through in these areas. And these are all things that you can use to add up and get those points. And you can see on here we've added some little points. They're small, but they do add up, and they're helpful in getting this process. Next thing you're going to need is work experience. For this, you're going to need a minimum of 4 years as a full-time GIS person. This can be combined, if that's part of your job, you can add it up that way, but that's the basic requirements for this. And the third component is your involvement in the community. And here I have like a few examples of different local organizations that you can get involved in. Today is an excellent example, and one thing I can really recommend is when you're going to these, really take advantage of when you're there. You want to speak and present a poster, and all those things are going to add up to a lot of points for this. Some examples here: if you get published in an article, you could get some points. If you're lucky enough to get an award for something, you get extra points. My biggest tip I could say before you get started is just kind of look and take a gauge of where you're at. Pull out your calculator, write down some notes, and see how close you are. Are you missing in a particular area that you want to work on before you start this whole process? And if you find you're there, to start to put it together, you need a list of things. First of all, you're going to have the application you're going to need to download from the website, a letter from your supervisor, any transcripts and certificates, a signed letter of ethics, and a check. Now, all this can amount to quite a bit of paperwork. So if you have a good filing system to get organized, that can be very helpful. I also recommend maybe scanning this in once you have it, because once it's off and running, a lot of these original copies, so it's good to have. And here's what it all looks like and some of the tools that you may need for that. That's a copy of the application that you got from downloaded from the URS's Certification Institute website, where you will find all the materials you need. Next off, you're going to want to send that off, and I strongly recommend using tracking on this. In my personal experience, URSA changed their mailing address, so I just happened to send it off in that transition period. So my application went through sort of a roundabout process, but when it's done, you've done some waiting, you'll get it back in the mail, you'll get your official certificate, you'll get a little pin to follow that, and you are now officially a GISP. So to go over some tips again, just get involved in your GIS community. A lot of events like this, if you just search the web or talk around to people, you can find a lot of things. Just showcase a lot of the work that you've done, and keep track and keep a file of all your activities. And here's the website you want to go to have a look at to get your application or more information. So, thank you.